Yeah.
Before, after, and any time that anybody is offering it to me.
If my eyes are open, I love drinking wine.
Okay. I'm ready.
Oh.
All right, sorry.
You're on. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, hi, my name's Celeste, and I'm just a regular mom. I've been cooking for, oh my gosh, 20, 30 years. I've been doing this forever, and I just thought I would show kind of my steps to everybody, because to me, and maybe other people, it's knowledge. I don't know really if that's the right word. I am just going to try to give like some simple meals that can be done kind of in any given day. Also, I always start with a glass of wine, and tonight I'm featuring Frida in my glass of wine, and it's just kind of like my own little happy hour, if you will. So right now I'm gonna make a tortilla soup, a chicken tortilla soup, and I'm gonna make a vegetarian style, and I'm gonna make a chicken soup. So I have 2 pans out, and the first thing I'm going to do is put some olive oil in both of the pans, and you don't have to be shy with it. You can just, and you know what? Who cares? Listen, what if you don't have olive oil? What if you just have vegetable oil? Who cares? Just like, let's make it like as nutritious as kind of you want, or as nutritious as you can. It's not even a big deal. So anyway, we're going to put oil in here. And I just happen to have olive oil, so here we go. And then I'm going to kind of swoosh it around. You want it to be, you know, give both of them a little bit more, kind of a generous dose. I cut up some chicken, so that's what I'm going to start with. And I'm going to put this in here. It'll start to cook a little bit, so here's that. And with my vegetarian version, my version of protein is going to be garbanzo beans. So that's going to be in this pan, okay? And it's kind of a little warm, so we'll turn it down a little bit. We'll get some spoons and a spatula, and we'll just kind of stir these around here. And so there's my first step, right? This is going to brown a little bit. And my next step is going to be to add this amazing chili. It was frozen, and we packaged them all. And then what I did is I just put this in the blender, and so this is what it turned out to be. If I make something else with chili, I'll show you the actual chilies. But I figured since this is my first time, I will just kind of show you what it looks like all ground up. Because this seems to be like browning a little bit more, I'm going to add chili to this first. So here we go. And I'm gonna, like, we want it to be like spicy. So I'm gonna add kind of a generous helping to this. My grandma was really cute. I used to ask her to make me a cookbook so I could always follow her recipes. And she'd always say cute stuff like a little of this and a little of that. And it used to drive me crazy because I would think to myself, Grandma, why can't you just write down your recipes and tell me so I can do it too? And now that I'm getting older, I think to myself, you know what? I get it. I totally get it, because when you're cooking, you just add a little of this and a little of that. And then, you know what? Sometimes you don't remember. Anyway, we're gonna let this kind of cook and simmer a little bit. The chicken is taking a little longer, so I am going to come back in just a second as soon as this chicken is browned. Looks like the chicken is coming along here. It's just about cooked, so I'm going to go ahead and add the green chili in here. And honestly, the vegetarian chili is also coming along amazingly. it is just kind of simmering along there. So again, we're gonna add some healthy scoops to this. And I think I might have, okay, so this may be, it may not be a little bit more hot than the vegetarian, which is okay, I'm just assuming. Anyway, we're just gonna kind of stir that in, stir, stir, stir. See how it looks. Everything looks like it's coming along splendidly. And now we're gonna go ahead and add crushed tomato. And I mean, honestly, again, I'm just a regular mom. I just went to our local grocery store and I just picked up a can of crushed tomatoes. So here they are. And I'm just gonna add this. And it's just gonna kind of like, again, cook along with it. So I stir that in. And now, same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and add tomatoes to my vegetarian chili that I'm making. And again, we're just going to stir it here, kind of like come together. The other thing that I always have in my kitchen is broth. And I definitely always just, unless it's very specific, I definitely always use vegetable broth. And the reason why, again, is for both of those reasons. So I'm gonna be really super simple here. And I'm gonna grab a cup, which again, my grandma would definitely be proud of. And I'm just, you know, I'm kind of adding a cup. I'm just gonna kind of stir it in. Because what we're gonna do, I mean, we're gonna make kind of a chili. And see, I kind of have a little bit left, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. So here we go. Anyway, we're stirring. We are cooking. We chopped a bunch of vegetables. And we're going to add, to the vegetarian chili is a little more colorful because we need to, we don't need to, but we're just adding a little bit more flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and add, this was 2 small zucchini. So they're 2 small zucchini, and I'm just adding them because it looks really yummy and colorful. Again, everybody says this, the more colorful, the more nutritious. The second thing that I'm gonna do to this vegetarian chili is I'm going to add some peppers, some orange peppers here. And we're just gonna let all of this really see, and look at how thick, or look at how the juice is running out. So I'm gonna grab my handy dandy broth that I have, and I'm gonna add a little bit more. And I'm even gonna add actually a little bit more. So that just we can make sure that it's nice and kind of, it has some juice here. So here we go. We're gonna just, and the chicken chili is just coming along here, the chicken tortilla. And look, even this looks like it's kind of thickening up. We're gonna go ahead and add some more broth too. It doesn't have to be like fancy broth either. I mean, some people like think that seriously, if you spend a lot of money on stuff, that it's really better. And honestly, I just buy like the generic brands, because I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna let this just kind of like cook just a little bit more, and we'll be back in just a second. All right, we haven't added any spices, and again, before I do spices, actually, I'm going to add cream, because this actually is going to make the soup like soupier and kind of like creamier. It's so good. Again, it's just whipping cream, and it's nothing special. It's just kind of the brand name. It's just kind of the store name. So we just have heavy whipping cream, and we're going to add. Again, we're just going to add a cup, which is just a cup. And here we go. We're gonna add, oh man, this is so rich. And it's just gonna be, this may or may not be for both of them. So here we go. We're just gonna add it, and it's gonna be, we're gonna do both. And it's just gonna be See what I did? I almost put that in here and then did the same thing, which I can't, because I can't break my rule. So here we go. Oh, yummy. See how creamy this is looking? It is looking amazing, and it is going to taste so great. We're going to do the same thing with our vegetarian tortilla soup, chili, whatever you want to call it, food for family to eat. And here we go. We're just going to stir this in. Oh, yummy. Oh my gosh, you can just see how beautiful this is looking and how colorful it still looks and how nice it is. Oh my gosh. The color is just coming together so nicely. We're gonna start to add spices. And this is so crazy, but my go-tos are so simple. They are salt, pepper, and garlic. Those are like my go-tos. It's kind of funny. Tonight we're making a tortilla soup, so I have cumin also, and I have an amazing New Mexican chili that's just basically ground up in just kind of a powder form, and it's amazing. It is really, really good. Anyway, so here I go. I'm just gonna add some salt. Add some salt to both of them. I'm gonna add some salt to this, and again, I'm thinking about my grandma. I actually have to give props to my grandma. Her name was Maxine Gamino, and I loved her with everything. I still love her with all of my being, and she was, gosh, almost my everything, and she passed away, I think it was about 5 years ago, but I still talk to her, and I still think about her almost every day of my life. Well, every day of my life, I would say. Anyway, here we go. Here's the garlic salt. So I'm just gonna go like this here. Oh, Lord. And we just want to get a little bit out. We're gonna pour some in there. We're gonna do the same thing. Just add some. And because, again, since it's kind of a Mexican themed meal, we're gonna add this New Mexican chili, and we're gonna add some cumin. So here we go. The New Mexican chili. I'm just gonna kind of go like this to it. And cumin. And put some cumin in here also. And some chili. The other thing that I love and I always use, you can never have too much, is cilantro. It smells so good. It tastes fresh, it smells good, and it's just kind of like the go-to. So I'm going to, I'm just slicing a little bit of this up, and we are going to use it in the kind of the end of our soup, and we're also going to use it as a garnish at the very end. So I chop this up. You can do it too. I would do it like I would do it every night. I just kind of did, okay, you guys, I'm almost done, is what I would really say. And then I would go, okay, let's put some of this in here. And so I'm just gonna scatter a little bit in here. And oh my goodness, it has a little leaves in there, but it's really what it is. And it's not that big of a deal. So, oh, and the other thing, I covered the vegetarian soup because the zucchini needed to kind of like become translucent. And so, and now you can see it's like really, it's doing really good. So I'm going to add a little cilantro. Again, this might have been able to be cut up a little bit more, but it's not a big deal. Honestly, seriously, it'll be fine when we're eating it. So, and it'll just give it that little extra And so I'm gonna stir this in here. We're gonna stir this in, and at the end, we're gonna add some cheese and some tortilla chips and a tortilla if you'd like at the end, and we'll seriously be back, and we're gonna be like at the table, and we're gonna be like ready to eat.
I love that.